So a common theme in both my client work and my personal healing lately is internal boundaries, or energetic boundaries, I should say. And so the difference between energetic boundaries and physical boundaries, the energetic boundary is more of an internal. It's like a boundary with yourself of what you will allow. An internal boundary could look like setting a boundary with yourself around social media consumption. It could look like noticing that you are giving more than you have to someone in your life and just not pulling back in a means of like trying to take away from them or change their experience in any way, but to protect your own energy so that you can continue to show up for the people and responsibilities in your life, not from a place of burnout or depletion, but from a place of, okay, I've taken care of myself and now I have more capacity. I've set this boundary to create safety for myself, so now I have more capacity. And you can be of service and supportive to those in your life without abandoning yourself. Setting a physical boundary with someone would be more along the lines of stating an observation, a feeling, and a need. And so this looks like actually having a conversation and setting a physical boundary with someone. They're aware that you're setting the boundary. In an energetic boundary, it's more of an internal thing versus an external thing. So something that I've been working on consciously for a long time is increasing my capacity to handle stress, to receive opportunities, to be able to be physically and emotionally present for my child while also being physically and emotionally present in my relationship and in my work. And when you are being pulled in a lot of different directions, like we often are in life, and you're feeling like you don't have capacity, there can be many different reasons why you lack capacity, why you feel like what you're holding is too much and in turn can't open to receive any more. We can be in that space and still simultaneously want more. Like I'm in a space where I feel like I'm at capacity, but I also want and very much need on a survival level to receive more income and opportunities to make income. That's like personal, but it is a reality in which I am navigating. It is inviting me to stretch my capacity, and I've been doing that. Motherhood has been a major catalyst for that, and it continues to be. Now that I am working at the more subtle layers of increasing my capacity, I'm doing nervous system work, I'm processing my feelings, I am in connection with my body, I'm aware of my patterns and choosing to consciously respond instead of subconsciously react to relationships, triggers, life in general. I'm getting some physical support from neurologically focused chiropractics, which has been major. I definitely can be doing more, but when you have low capacity because so many things are taking up so much space, it can be hard to do more, even if that doing more is just eating more of the nutrients you need or eating more frequently to make sure you're nourished and in turn your nervous system is nourished. It could mean moving my body. Like, yeah, I go on walks with Harper, but I'm really wanting to intentionally do like mobility training, strength training, cardio, like more HIIT style things. Like I want to be doing these things so that I can feel strong in my body. But my capacity is low because I have so much going on, so that takes a back burner and I oftentimes don't get to it. So with all that being said, back to the main thing that I want to share with you all is how to take energetic inventory or inventory of what is taking up space in your mental, emotional, and physical worlds. And then getting curious about where, if at all, you need to set energetic, but also it could be physical boundaries to not cut that part of your life out if it's an important part of your life, but just have better boundaries with it. Like I notice oftentimes my freeze response comes online when I have time to myself, because if Harper's out of the house or she's napping or she's sleeping for the night, I have time to myself to think, to drop into my creativity, to work. Both of those things are required for the work that I do outside of client sessions, like just trying to educate on on virtual platforms and even create offerings in that space so that my education can expand beyond the one-on-one client space and the resources and tools that I have. I want to share. So part of what I want to do in that space is, it feels very big. It feels very, very overwhelming. I have parts that come online that say something like, you know, you might as well just like sit here and do nothing, or sit here and scroll or sit here and daydream and get distracted, because we don't have that much time. We don't have enough time to get it all done anyway. So it's like this procrastinator part tied with like this all or nothing part that ends up in a freeze response, and then I'm sitting scrolling, and so I'm not taking the time that I am getting to do what I need to do for myself and for my practice. And that is an energetic leak. That is a space or an opportunity for me to set an energetic boundary, an internal boundary, and this time it's with and for myself. It's hard to navigate nervous system responses that feel so like stuck, like you feel like you can't move beyond that old pattern or choice, and that makes sense. But I'm also in a place where I have the tools and resources to support my nervous system so that I can then make a new choice. So taking inventory is part of gaining awareness. Awareness is the first step to learning how to support yourself to be able to make a change that feels more in alignment with who you are now, rather than this version of you that you were in the past when the survival adaptation or behavior became habitual. So this inventory can look like, number one, just getting curious about where your energy is going and how you feel in your body as your energy is going there. Is there resistance here, but there's still a pull toward what you're doing? You can ask yourself, what things are playing on repeat in your conscious and subconscious minds? What feelings are continually being triggered, and what is triggering them? What feels physically draining and exhausting to you in your life right now? What is bringing up physical resistance in your body? These prompts and questions, coupled with just generally taking an inventory of where you are sending or spending your energy, both mentally, emotionally, and physically, are all really strong places to start when looking to build self-awareness around where you can and should probably be setting more boundaries in your life, whether it be internal or external, energetic or physical.